Good morning, welcome to Flory Models Daily Show. Here we are on Thursday the 29th of September 2016. Busy day today. Right, okay, so the plan is we're going to push right on with a load of reviews, which I have a pile down there to do, which I can just about show you, I think. This is my planned reviews. Okay, so as you can see down here, we have, I just moved that, it's full of water, being careful. We've got that Grad multiple rocket launcher down there, which is the Russian BM-21. I just love Russian trucks. Don't they look meaty? You know, I'd own one if I could. So I've got that. And on that sort of theme of like trucks and stuff, I also bought a couple of the Trumpeter ISO containers. So I thought we could have a look at those. So those ones down there, obviously we've got the 20-foot, the baby one, and the 40-foot one. The German civilian sitting set, which is obviously for our Ron. I thought we could do a little quick review on that. Boba Fett's Slave 1, literally it's just for the kids, just a little bit of fun and all the rest of it. I saw it, I thought what the hell, so we bought that one. It's only a little dinky thing. And then obviously at the top there we've got the weekend edition for the FW190A5. Now this is a little baby 70-second one, which Neil highly recommended to me, so I must admit I went out and bought one. And also we're going to have a quick look at, this is the US version of Pledge Floor Clear Finish Varnish ×2 highly more shiny water thingy surface multi, yeah, you know what I mean. And going back to clear, which seems very old school after all these years. I must admit, who would have thought after us moaning about clear being changed all those years ago, here we are talking about it again. Okay, the same time over there, as you can see, those two guys are sitting down there. So actually what we've got is the Chieftain. It's going to be a 9-parter. I'm actually editing. I've got to do a final little bit of what we call B-roll in the trade, which is just some of the footage that I sort of shoot of it moving on turntables and stuff like that, that goes along with, obviously you saw last night, if you saw last night's vlogs of the SU-27 down there. Thank you very much for all the kind comments and feedback on that one. Really did enjoy it. It's just one of those things where, you know, it was a quick, fast, 24-hour build, no problem at all, okay? And yes, obviously they will be making a comeback. Right, one other thing I'd just like to mention, as you can see over there, that's my DX Racer chair, which I've had for, what, a couple of months now? And I absolutely love it. As you can see, I've been using that chair, and to be honest with you guys, you know, I suffer a little bit of spinal problems, a little bit of sciatica, sort of, you know, spinal fusion, stuff like that. And since I've been using that chair, I had no problems at all. The posture on it is absolutely great. Just the way it holds you, the support and everything else, and generally just the actual sound. Do you remember we used to get squeaking and stuff like that? That thing is absolutely solid and silent and no problem at all. But it would have been 250 quid if you wanted to buy it. Okay, so it is quite expensive. What you don't know is this guy has turned up as well, which is something I bought this week. To be honest, they've just come back in the country. They've been out of stock, so we've got it in red, the same type of fit as well. Now this is the GT Omega seat, which you can pick up for around about, I don't know, I must admit I got a bit of a deal on this one, so it only actually cost 140 quid, but normally they're around about 150 quid and everything else like that. I have to say it isn't as good as the one over there, the DX Racer. There's a reason it's 100 quid cheaper, let's just say it like that. And there's a few little features. So seeing as it's review day, first one is, okay, first of all, what I don't like about it, is this side handle here. If you notice, it sort of sticks in the seat. It's just in here. The construction of it is pretty horrible, the spring and everything else like that, all right? So I don't like that. The other thing I don't like, and I don't find to get it to do it here, hold on, if I sit in it, live reviews with Flory models. Okay, hopefully you got this little bit of movement. I don't know how well, which angle is best to show, but there is this little bit of, as I sit on this, you've got this little rock, and it's just a little rock like that. The other one, the DX series, does not do that. The DX Racer, there's nothing. You sit in it and you can just, nothing happens. And what it is, obviously there's a little bit of room between the piston as it comes up, that pneumatic ram, and in the mechanism, and you can probably hear it, and you can actually, it's the lock you've got just down in here. Okay, where are you? There you go. You could, it's pushing against this lock, but you know, it's just got a little bit of movement there. It's just a little bit of wiggle. Not very happy with that. The tilt facility is great. No problem at all. It's just as good as the DX and everything else. Seating wise, if we're honest, this lumbar support down here, for a fat ass guy like me, it's just a little bit tight. The DX Racer's got a little bit more room, okay, on this bit here between these two cheeks. This might bed down, okay. One thing I do like though, the quality of the plethora, the finest plethora, is extremely nice. We've got no problem with the stitching. All of it is very good, okay, no problem at all. Very nice indeed. All right, and then looking around on the back, as you can see, it is pretty solid. Nothing is a problem on this one whatsoever. The other thing as well, probably a good way is, if I can get the camera to play ball, come on, wakey wakey. See how thin this is? It doesn't take up much room. That's the nice thing about these seats. It's all metal construction, so these are metal down here. The wheels are nice and solid, although they are plastic on this, where on the other one, again, they're metal. The locking handle, the bits and pieces like that, is all very good. Something that is better than the DX Racer is these side handles, because not only do these things go up and down, just like that, they also, find the button, when you're not sitting it, you see they slide forward and they go back, forward and back, okay, which is nice. The other thing they do, they tilt outwards, so if you're sat in it, you come out and they tilt in, okay. So talk about very aerodynamic, and also they push in, push out, push in, push out, so you can have them closer to you or further away. So obviously underneath as well, you can maneuver it down under there. You've got a couple of bolts and you can do it. General construction overall, extremely happy with. It's as solid as the DX Racer, but it's just not quite there, okay. That one over there, don't forget, was 250 quid. This one here is basically 150 quid, so it's 100 quid cheaper. I still think it is a very, very nice chair. It's very comfortable, it feels solid. It's just this, I don't like that. That one doesn't do it. If you do the thing and you can, there we go. You see, if you have it on the swingy mode, obviously you don't get that, but perhaps you don't want the swingy mode, so you can lock it like the other one, and then you get it. I just don't like that. As I say, DX Racer doesn't do it, the Omega one does. Comfortability, it's lovely. Let's face it, my shoulders are properly inside here. The headrest is lovely, and generally, I have to say, it really, really is very, very nice, no problem at all. But as I said, quick review on that. And as I say, this is my other guy. This is my DX Racer. It is slightly more comfortable, but I think the trouble is that I've had this one now a couple of months and I've just molded to it. It's really nice, but the great thing is, as you can see, there is no noise. There is no... This is it without locking, and you can see I've got a tiny bit of movement, but there's no real noise, but there's hardly any movement to it. If I unlock it and we go into, it's a lot more solid. It just feels more heavy duty, but I don't think this is worth the extra 100 quid. If I was to buy some more of these, and there's a good reason why we had to buy another one, I know you guys just think I'm being flash now and oh, we can afford all these chairs, is because we go through chairs quite a lot, and as you might notice, 3 wheels on my wagon, this guy is falling apart. Okay, so we need another chair down here. This is my old chair, as you know, which is the only one that's still sort of going. But as I say, that chair there was 85 quid. We got a deal because we bought 3, so it was almost like buy 2 get 1 free. Okay, and now this is the only one still standing. All the others have broken in some way. Okay. This guy hopefully will stand up to the test of time. 150 quid, bit of a bargain. You can buy it off of GT Omega Racing Direct, or they have got a eBay shop as well. Loads of different colours and styles and everything else like that. But I have to say, if you are in the market for a chair, and my highly recommended does have to go to this particular chair. Okay, it's not quite as good as the DX Racer over there, but I do have to say, for the money, This one at 150 quid I think is absolutely fantastic, no problem at all. Comes with a lifetime guarantee for the frame and all the bits and pieces, so you've got no problem with it breaking. If anything breaks, you just throw it back at them and all the rest of it. But if I was to say, now I've got both together, I would actually say 150 quid, that's a good fair price to pay for it. 250 quid for that guy over there is probably just a little bit too much. Okay, and as I say, I prefer the handles on these, the side rests, but the way they go up, down, in, out, turn in, turn out, and all the rest of it is really, really nice. And generally it's a very, very comfy chair and everything else like that. So there we go, that is it. There's one review for you. Okay, so more reviews now. I'm going to push on with those. Hopefully I'm going to get them all recorded today, and then we'll get them edited over. Well, obviously you're going to get one tonight. What do you fancy tonight? What should we do tonight? I'll tell you what, because I've had it a long time here, we'll do the 190. Okay, so we're going to get the 190 done for you today, and then what we'll do is we'll do the clear one as well, probably tomorrow, with perhaps the ISO containers, and we'll get the others up to you during the week as we make our way through and everything else like that. So there we go, there's our start to the morning. Hope yours is going good, and I'll join you at lunchtime when we're probably halfway through all the reviews. Okay, so 2 reviews done this morning, just edited them, just put them up, so you'll get one today and one tomorrow. So this little guy is an absolute gem. Something really, really nice about that kit. As I say, 72nd scale stuff, how it's evolved is amazing. I've taken my eye off the ball, if I'm honest, with that side of the hobby, and all of a sudden, it is that thing. And in some ways, it's like the weak link. You see the bigger kits, like the 132nd stuff, you expect them to be highly detailed and everything. Now the 48 stuff is like the 132nd, and now the 172nd is equivalent to 148th. So I'm thinking, hold on then. So the 132nd, 24 stuff should be amazing, but it's not. Anyway, quite odd and different, but I really, really like it. It's these little guys. So this is a 40-foot ISO container and the 20-foot one. Again, it's something where, why hasn't it been in the hobby before? Yes, there's been available in resin and various things like that, but a standard, straightforward, you know, just buy it off the shelf. Think of the possibilities you could do with these. You know, you could literally have them in diorama. I've got an idea for one, actually. I'm not going to say it because I'll get consumped, because every time I mention these things, everyone's like, oh, great, and then I see them online. But I've got an idea for an ISO container, maybe for next year. It'd be a big project to do it, but actually I think it'd be definitely worthwhile and something a little bit different. But as I said, they're great, lovely. There's no ejector pins in them, but anyway, you can see all about that for the actual proper review for that. That'll be up with you tomorrow with another one, which I'm just about to do, because I'm just about to do the truck. Okay, so I'm going to do that one, and then tomorrow I might just have a little bit of a fun day, do some real weird and wacky type stuff and everything else. And we're also going to have a look at the clear. This is the US version of it. A lot of you have sent me information about, obviously, Canadian version, US version, we've got Australian versions, we've got different versions all over it, but we're going to be looking at this one, seeing how good it is, and seeing if it is a worthy replacement to just general glossing, quick glossing. I wouldn't use it for full-on proper gloss, you know, and like for final stages, but for quick glossing and quick sealing, I think it could be a little bit of a winner, that one. Anyway, I'm going to carry on, going to get the next review done now, and then I might even try and push through with a little bit of the pledge work, see if we can get the clear review done today, or started today and finished off tomorrow, and then tomorrow I might have a bit of a fun day as well. So that's it from me, and I'll catch you all in tonight's news show. So a good day today. To be honest, I've been doing loads of reviews. So up for you today, we have got the FW190 1/72nd scale kit. Trust me, maybe small, but massive on detail. More detail, to be honest, than the 132nd Revel kit that we've just completed. So absolutely, if you're thinking small, Mojo, things like that, as I say in the review, that's definitely the kit for you. Also, to be honest, I've done loads of other reviews. You're going to get them over the next few days. So we've done the one on ISO containers. Who knew shipping containers could be so fun? Actually, really nice, good, solid construction as well, that I think could be a perfect springboard for getting on with other projects. So used for dioramas, other things. I say I come up with a real big, wacky, massive plan for it that is probably too big, and it's me getting carried away. But what I was thinking was ISO container, Chinook, 1/35th scale diorama, as if it's lifting it. Yeah, okay, and it just so happens I have got a 1/35th scale Chinook. Yeah, I don't know. I just thinking if you was to use, you know, the ISO container is the base, and to try and do it in flight, perhaps a couple of motors even for the blades, and then obviously you could actually have the cable would be more than you know, actually just a cable would actually be, so it looked like it's an in-flight pose. I don't know. Am I going totally over the top? It's just one of those weird things I'm thinking. that'd be a good diorama. Anyway, so I need a nicer container, and now I've got them. So you've got the 40 foot, the 20 foot one. As I said, we just reviewed the 40 foot one because really there wasn't a lot of point looking at the other one. The other one is the Grad. Absolutely love that kit. Loads of detail. Again, it's a small little item, but the level of detail from having to build the chassis to the engine to everything is fully detailed in that kit. And Trumpeter really have nailed this now. You know, there's no ejector pins anymore. You know, you have still got them, but this is where it doesn't matter. Anything where there's an ejector pin that's likely to be in the way is no longer visible. And some great moulding. The finest points, the gates from the sprue to the part are absolutely minute as well. And the clear parts, as we know, are almost legendary now with actually Trumpeter. They are totally crystal clear. So that is a great kit as well. I've got another 2 reviews to come up as well, which I'm going to work on tomorrow. So we're going to be looking at the new-ish American version of Clear. So we're going to put some little things on test with that one and do that one. And I have got that little Boba Fett Star Wars job. So I'm thinking something for the kids really for that one. So I might knock that up tomorrow just as a bit of a laugh and as say something for the kids to have a look at as well. So there we go. That's it from me. And oh, the other thing as well, this is why this is down here. I've completed doing all the editing for this. It is going to be 9 parts, we said before, but I've done the final reveal photos and all the various things for this little guy down here, so that one is completed as well. So what I'm going to do tomorrow morning, to be honest, is completely clear this entire studio, make sure we're all nice and clean, and we can get on with all our brand new projects. So that's it from me. Happy modelling, take care, and I'll catch you all tomorrow.